but our guests today have known each other since they were 8 years old. They started dating when they were 18. Last year, we got to know Barry when he was Grace's and James' campmate, of course, in the jungle. But we all want to know the woman who supported him from the very beginning. Please welcome Barry and Sandra McGuigan. Oh, Barry, this pun really works with you. You're punching.
Oh, I've always known that, but was in the right business.
Oh. And of course, you three know each other. You've been lounging around the pool together, yes?
Absolutely, yeah.
And obviously Grace's parents, which us guys on the outside got on very well, so we had a great time.
Dry.
Yeah. What was it you were called, the Golden Girls or something? There was a set of you?
Yes, there was Colette and Kathy, so Colette's Colleen's mum, and Kathy, Danny's mum, myself were the Golden Girls. We had a lot of fun.
Oh, God, I bet you had a high old time. So you met when you were 8, yeah?
Well, we lived across the road from each other.
Oh, okay.
So we don't remember life without each other.
Yeah, her mum and dad had a hardware and a 15-bedroom hotel. We had a grocery business on the other side. My dad was a professional musician, but we knew each other. Sandy went to school in the north, I went in the south, but we grew up with each other, really.
Right.
And so it was no surprise. I think did I give you a wedding ring when?
When we were 8.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. You made out what you wanted.
Some poor lady obviously lost her wedding ring and some pro picked it up.
I didn't steal it, I promise.
It in our garden.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Haribo ring. You mean the real deal?
It's a proper gold wedding ring.
She still got it.
You still got it?
It was a little bit big at the time, obviously. And, and we got married at 8. We didn't stay married for very long.
Now, when you say you lived on one side of the road and you lived on the other, of course, back then in Ireland, that was very significant, wasn't it?
It was significant. It was significant in the sense that because we were a border town and the Troubles were raging, I'm a Catholic and Sandy's a Protestant, but it didn't matter to me or my family, and neither did it matter to Sandra's. In fact, Sandra's 3 brothers, all married Catholics. It's interesting. But back then it was very tense and very, very difficult. You know, you only had to go 10 miles up the road and you were into troubled areas, and, you know, it was disasters happening all the time. So it was a very difficult time to navigate your way through it, and I had to do that with the boxing too.
And yet, so with that, but you still didn't question it. There was no part of you that said, "Is this going to be too dangerous for us?" Or
well, no. To be honest, Nadia, south of the border, it was not as bad as that.
Right.
If we'd have been from Belfast, it would have been more difficult.
Right.
But there were lots of people who got married from different sides of the religion. But it was just such a tense and dangerous time.
Love can conquer all.
Yeah, but I also think it was the fact that our parents both had businesses in the town.
Right.
So we were always part of the community. Nobody really asked about religion.
Hard-working families.
Nobody really asked about religion, you know.
Yeah.
People went wherever they went on Sunday morning, and that was it.
Yeah.
So, Sandra, what was it like being with the star boxer, as Barry was, at such a young age? I mean, like...
He liked that. He still liked that. He did a little quiver.
That's so cute. Yeah, it's wearing off a bit, isn't it?
It's wearing off a bit. It wore off very quickly.
I suppose just when you grow up with it, you know, it's a way of life, so it is, you know, and he obviously trained from he was very, very young, so he didn't go out a lot or things like that there, so... Yeah, that was the... But nobody really... Yeah, we used to window shop as a form of entertainment.
Well, you still look like you're in great shape now.
Well, I still train, and I tried to kill myself
The diet,
in the gym. So I can't do things in a sort of passive or easy. My son, who is a boxing coach, Shane, said, "Dad, just do it till you tick over. Don't raise your heart."
Yeah.
And I am into the interval stuff, like flat out, and trying to murder myself on the road.
Extreme.
That's just the way I am, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But so I'm blessed with good health, thank you, and Sandra is too. So we're very fortunate.
Don't go to gym so often.
Did you learn anything? You've been together 43 years, but do you think you learned anything new through watching Barry in the jungle? Did anything surprise you? Because it must be very odd, I would imagine.
It was odd. Don't embarrass yourself.
Okay, no,
It sounds like you're going to be diplomatic.
I think it's really difficult because we've always, even if he was away in training camp, I mean, he would have gone to training camp for 8, 10 weeks at a time. you know, so, and we would have spoken on the phone. He wouldn't come home. He wasn't like fighters today where they go home.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. And so it was not being able to communicate. That was the most odd thing. You know what I'm saying? It was nice first.
Oh.
I don't mean that in a mean way, but you know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
I know, but I was thinking, well, I could do this. And then I was like, people would say, well, what? And I was like, oh, gosh, I wonder how he's coping, like, you know.
It's a part of you, missing.
Yeah.
Because I have to say, when I was watching, and that honestly beautiful moment, and I know that you were there, and I say beautiful, some people might find that strange, when you were talking about your daughter and the loss of your daughter, and I was so moved by that. But I did also wonder, as a wife myself, what that was like for you to watch that.
I was worried because, I mean, even though we are 5.5 years down the line,
it's nothing.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
It changed your life forever. And you try and become accustomed to it, but obviously, you know, it's changed your outlook, and also.
But it seems it's made you. Some people it could tear them apart. It seems it's made you stronger.
No, I know it does.
We've always been really good like that. When one goes down, the other one bounces back up, and sort of maybe that's
a good partnership.
And maybe it's part of knowing each other so well and growing up so close together.
And we've had. If I went into the catalogue of disasters that we've had...
well, no, but we've had a lot of very, very big highs.
We've had great highs and lows, but when losing my brother, for example, to suicide, and then losing my dad at 52, and then losing my sister last year, and then, of all...
Our daughter.
Losing our daughter.
Yeah, it's key, you know what I'm saying? And,
and
you do... And we hibernated for a very long time.
Yeah.
So just coming out of it now, actually.
It was one of the first things he did. He went straight in there. So it was a real vulnerability. No, it was a lot, actually.
That magnification of everything must have been,
I don't think we processed that bit very well.
Was it like therapy going in then, maybe?
Well,
I think it was.
You know, it's interesting. It's just, GK and everybody else was so great to me, and they all huddled around me when I got upset that day. But it's... You kind of feel like you have to get upset because...
Of course.
Well, for me, I just looking at it now. So,
we do.
Yeah.
But
because it's the pain, it's the grief is the love, and it's also,
and we're not
mixed up.
We're not the only people, so people that are going through the same as what we are going through and what we've been through, I'm not saying other people don't, but they understand the longevity of what you carry and everything. It's the same for all grief, isn't it? Really? You know what I'm saying?
We don't really get over it, do we? We just learn to grow around it.
But she would have absolutely loved being in the jungle.
Would she?
Really? She would have just loved it. She was great fun.
She's great fun.
Was there anything she'd have told you off for?
Yes, using bad language.
You
want to hear this girl when she loses her cool?
How were the grandkids watching you in the jungle then?
I don't know how.
I tell you, when we came home, they had actually sourced tarantulas and snakes.
Real ones?
But they were all in the bed. You know,
they look real.
We went into the bed and they were all there. And then on Christmas Eve, we all went out together with our daughter-in-law's mum and dad and everything. And her dad, Tim, had actually ordered rice and beans in an Italian restaurant. But they were the most delicious. They were the most delicious rice and beans you've ever had.
They were so cute. That's so cute.
So a lot of fun has gone on since.
So our family are everything, you know. Like all of us here, you know, we have our fun and we do our jobs, and when we go home, and it's our kids are the things that are so vitally important to us. So.
I think that's really obvious for everyone to see, which is really lovely.
Thank you.
Barry and Sandra, thank you so much. Lovely to meet you.